Alright, it's 7:30 Mountain Time. We're going for a jet boat ride. We're going north on Main Street in Moab, Utah. We're at 17.8 miles. It was day 14 of the trip, and we had arrived the evening before in Moab, with enough time for dinner and hitting a couple of souvenir stores. Our original plan was to hit Canyonlands and Arches, but Joe was reading some Moab propaganda, and between the Red Rock Jeep tour and a jet boat ride down the Colorado River, we decided on the river tour. It started at the downriver side of US 191 and took you 32 river miles down the river to Canyonlands National Park, with an off-boat stop in Dead Horse Point State Park. The jet boats may be a little noisy, but once at speed it made for a very stable platform. When the guide is talking, he may be missing his head at times. We were in the front of the boat, and I didn't want to stick the camcorder in his face, so I have the camcorder in my lap and I'm just pointing it at him.
Boat does sink, don't worry about the life jackets, just stand up and walk out. Because that's about how deep the river is right now. So, don't embarrass yourself. Just stand up, don't flop around, okay? Just a couple other quick rules. One is just stay seated as much as you can, especially while we're traveling fast. While we're floating like this, you're more than welcome to stand up, stretch, do whatever you want. And the reason why I say that is because I don't want anybody to fall out of the boat. Okay, because I do need to make a few turns as we're going downstream. So if you need to stand up to take a picture, that's fine with me. Just make sure you hold on, okay? So if I have to turn, you don't go out the boat, okay? Because it slows down the tour. We have to turn around and come back and pick you up. Or just wave at us. That means you want us to pick you up on the way back or on the way, whatever comes first. So just be careful. And then not only that, it's a lot of paperwork for me. So I've never had it happen, but I've heard it's a lot of paperwork. So please just stay in the boat. Okay. And then third is there is no smoking on this boat. Okay. Anytime that you're off my boat, you're more than welcome to smoke. And there'll be a couple places downstream where you can do that if you need to. I do have water for you guys on the boat. I have cups in the back. Just ask me. I'll be more than glad to get you a cup of water. If you have your own water bottle, you're more than welcome to fill up here if you need to. Then if you want something a little bit stronger, back here in the cooler, there is some Diet Pepsi, lemonade for you, or Sprite or something, okay? So feel free to help yourself to that, or ask me. I'll be more than glad to give you whatever you want. Also in that cooler, there's some cookies, so if you need a munchie, there you go, okay? Or ask me, I'll be more than glad to get you whatever you'd like. I got up extra early this morning to bake those cookies, so I hope you guys enjoy them, yeah. Then I went to a lot of extra work because I individually wrapped them and marked Nabisco on them for you. Okay?
We fell off the turnip truck on the way here.
All right, we'll get going here. Anyways, what we're going to do this morning is we're going to head downstream a little over 32 miles, and then we'll be coming back a little over 32 miles. It's a good thing you're awake.
Okay, it's a good thing we have round trip tickets.
It's a good thing you have round trip tickets, yeah. Well, we'll negotiate the price when we get down there and make sure you have a... But as we go down those 32 miles, we'll be making several stops as we go down. Then on the way back, it's just going to be pretty much a basic jet boat ride straight back to the office. As we go down, I'll explain to you where the restrooms are, where the restrooms aren't, so you guys can space out your time. Okay? All right. Any questions before we get going? This is going to be... You guys awake?
Give me a little while.
Make sure you guys and ladies hold on to your hats, okay? I don't want you to lose your hats. If the wind gets too much for you back here in the back, move up here, okay? And then you won't have as much wind. You can notice there's a few extra blankets, so if you need one, go ahead and grab one. All right, we ready to go?
Sure. Cup holders? They're cup holders.
I just got it here.
Okay.
Well, everybody doing okay? Yeah. He's got your shorts on. Make me look warm there. Geez, whoa. You look right up here on top of this cliff right here. This is what we call Poison Spider Arch. I usually try and make it sound scary. No, it's not because we have poisonous spiders. It's because if you were to get in an airplane and fly over this section right here, this is what we call the Poison Spider Mesa. It's actually, when you get up on top of it, it actually looks like a body of a spider with its legs coming off. So, and this is one of the legs right here, all the way down. So, it's pretty neat to fly over it and see that. But that's why it's called Poison Spider, and that's why you'll see like Poison Spider Bike Shop in town and those other companies and stuff that have that name. So, anyways, there is a hiking trail if you want to hike up to that arch.
Right.
It starts right over here just above the trees. Goes up around that shelf out there in front of us, goes around that corner where you can't see it anymore, and then it comes right back up on top of there. Or you can hike it like I normally hike it, and that's, I have my friends drive me up on top in their four-wheel drive vehicle, and I get up top and walk down that trail. I've done that several times, you know, it's much easier than going up that trail. But the mountain bikers have also tried to turn those two trails into mountain biking trails. The four-wheel drive trail's okay, But the problem is occasionally when they get out here to this arch, they actually ride their bikes across the top of that arch. So if you guys want to try that, you're more than welcome to. I don't recommend it. And the reason why I say that is just it's very narrow. And usually the wind is blowing twice as hard up there as it is down here anyways. But to give you an idea how wide that arch is, it's about as wide as this boat, but it rounds off on the top. So, but if you want to try it, you can. Yeah, I'll just give you a little hint. Just make sure you fall off on this side, because then you don't feel anything. It's over real quick. Yeah. And not only that, they pick you up for free. You don't have to pay. Yeah. Yeah. They scoop you up in a bucket. Also, that hiking trail, they've tried to turn it into a mountain biking trail, but it's really not designed for mountain bikes. Usually we have at least 1 or 2 people that die on that trail every year on mountain bikes. So, yeah, we don't recommend that trail, us locals. But they still do it. But most of the time, anyways, you see them carrying their bikes down that trail, not riding them. So that would be me. I would be carrying my bikes.
Smarter than they look.
Yeah, so, yeah. Just be careful if you go mountain biking. That is we have the most active search and rescue in the state of Utah, and the #1 reason is mountain biking. So we have at least 1 to 2 phone calls a day for mountain bikers that need assistance. So yeah, so be careful. 3rd is dehydration, or 2nd is dehydration. So whatever, something like that. Jeez, it's been one of those mornings. Get my brain working here. If you look over here on this other side of the river, can you see those 2 telephone poles side by side up there, just above the trees there? If you kind of look in between them, or more towards the left pole there, you can actually see black on the rock. It almost looks like an asphalt road over there. You can actually follow that trail all the way up that shelf over there. That's a 4-wheel drive trail. And that's not asphalt, that's rubber from the Jeep tires going up that trail. And after we have a heavy rainstorm, if we ever get some rain, it just washes right off of there. And we did have some good rain last, was it 2 weeks ago or a week ago or something like that? And we had some good rain, but I think it was like a 1/4 inch. It was a lot. Yeah, we just about got drowned in here, you know, so, yeah. But anyways, to give you an idea, it takes the Jeeps about an hour to an hour and a half to get from where these poles are to just up around the corner there. So it's a very slow moving process. Usually you can walk that 2 or 3 times before they get up to the top. And there is some people that make that look like an asphalt road. They just drive right up it. It's like it's nothing there, you know. But we also have a mountain bike race on that trail every year. And to give you an idea, like I said, I don't know if I told you, but the Jeepers, it takes them an hour to an hour and a half to get from the bottom to the top. It takes the mountain bikers 2 to 3 minutes to get from the top down to the bottom. It's unbelievable how fast they come down that. They race down that thing. It's unbelievable. It's a timed event. It's whoever gets down the fastest, I guess.
Whoever makes it to the river first.
Yeah. I tell you what, it's crazy. A lot of us locals, like myself, will go sit out on the bike trail. We'll sit especially where they have to make a 90-degree turn, or they have to go off some ledges, or where the ambulance people are sitting, you know, just for good, clean fun. Yeah. And the mountain bikers brought in a lot of good things for us. And one is good entertainment, and 2 is good doctors, you know. So, yeah. So if you break your bones, you know, we got some good doctors nowadays. Not only that, road rash. Do you guys know what road rash is? Oh, yeah. That's a common thing out here. That's just awful. It hurts. That's where you fall off your bike and it just skins you. And it's awful. You'll see people walking around town with shorts and they got scratches all the way up their arms and up on the side of their face, and they've got like Neosporin or some type of medication on there, and they're walking around like they don't want you to touch them, you know. It's because they don't want you to. You guys, I don't know. You guys are after blood this morning. I can see that. Well, anyways, where's everybody from? You guys are from
Northern Utah.
Northern Utah.
Long way.
Where's that?
There's nothing up here.
We don't get anybody from Utah.
Actually, from Virginia, and he's from California.
All right, yeah, we'll see that. That's why they're visiting. The Utahns really don't visit us. You know?
We're from Chicago.
Chicago, all right.
Vancouver, Canada.
Vancouver, Canada.
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
All
Holland. All right.
New Mexico.
New Mexico. Well, it's nice to have you guys here. You guys traveled a long These people from Holland, you know, they have nothing compared to you. Utah. We just, I mean, we maybe get, we only get like 3 people a year that, that come from Utah. But that's good to have you. And, we're glad. But we only get 2% of our visitors come from Utah, so we don't really get very many people that come visit us. They all go down to the other southern part of Utah, so they can jump the border and go to Las Vegas. No, they don't do that. No. There's a great blue heron right there on that island. You see lots of those as we go downstream today. You guys all been out to Arches? Not yet. Some of you have, some of you haven't. Well, out in Arches we have a place called Park Avenue. Did you guys see it out there? Yeah, well, if you go, when you go out there, you'll see it. This wall that you see downriver here that's all lit up with the sun right now, that is what we call Wall Street. We have park down here on Wall Street. But anything that you guys have in your state or country, we have it here. It's just a little different. We can't be outdone here. Yeah, but this is, I don't know how the stocks are doing today, but anyways, this wall that you see downriver here, this is a famous place for the rock climbers. They rock climb all the way along this wall. Every crack and every niche down here, they rock climb. Most of them only go about 1/4 of the way up the wall, though. If you see that horizontal crack that goes along about 1/4 of the way up the wall, that's about as high as they go, so you don't need to look up any higher than that. There is some that go to the top, but it's usually very few. And the reason why they stay right below that line is because the sandstone starts to get really soft. And also that's about as high as their ropes will let them go, without belaying another person up there. So most of them stay right at that level, but those that do climb up to the top, I think, are more towards the real professionals, because they really have to know what they're doing the higher they go up, because that sandstone's so soft. You guys rock climb?
Well, I have.
Yeah. Well, anybody else? Well, those people that do go to the top, well, they're just up here looking at me like, what are you talking about, buddy? Like, hey, I just...
We were mountain biking yesterday, but no rash.
Yeah. Did you get any? That's the Moab souvenir. You need to go get some road rash. That's, Anyways, those that do climb up to the top, they actually strap a basket to their back, and they climb a little over halfway, and then they take that basket off and anchor it with their ropes, and then they sleep in that basket overnight, and then get up the next morning and climb the rest of the way up. Yeah, they like to sleep with the birds, I guess. I've never figured it out. I did have a guy last week, though, that said, I don't know, that doesn't sound like a sport for me, Rory, because I have a tendency of sleepwalking. Well, it probably wouldn't be a good combination for you then. But we also have a base jumping competition off the top of that cliff every year. Do you guys know what base jumping is? That's crazy. That's where people run off these cliffs with parachutes. Takes them 18 seconds to get from the top of that cliff down to the road that's over here. We'll be following a road for just a little while. You might have just heard a car go by, or a truck. I don't know what it was, but yeah, we'll be following that for just a little bit, and I'll explain to you about that at our next stop, where it goes to, where it ends, so you'll know all about that road.
We took that road.
And so
We took that road.
It's pretty fun to watch them, because they're kind of crazy, because they sit up there on top of that cliff, and they'll actually sit, and you can tell what they're doing. They're looking for cars coming, and then they run off of there, and the first person gets down there, then he yells or she yells up to the next one, go ahead, and then the next one comes off of there. Yeah. I almost don't like watching it, because I'm afraid that their chute isn't going to open, But if it doesn't, it's much faster that way. Yeah. I don't know why they do it, because you can go down around in 15 minutes, it's like you're saving too much time jumping off of there. Anyways, yeah, it'd be a bad situation if they jumped off of there, they landed on the road, and they're like, woo, we made it. And then a big Mack truck runs them over. Yeah, it'd be bad. You guys seen that new Suzuki commercial on TV? They just filmed down here. It just barely came out this week on TV. That's where they got this real tall pinnacle. It's like Castle Rock, but it's out in Canyonlands. It looks like Castle Rock. But they built this fake house up there on top, and they planted all this grass. It looks like grass around there. And it's got a walkway out to a mailbox, and then off there is just cliff all the way around. Well, they got this sprinkler going up on the grass, you know, and this guy goes out and says, "Hon, I'm going to work," and walks out the door and runs off the cliff. Base jumps, falls down, lands down below, gets in his Suzuki and goes to work, you know, gets in his suit, you know.
That's right, I have seen that.
I've always wondered how he gets back home.
Yeah.
You know, the bad.
They don't show you that.
Yeah. But I thought that was a pretty cute commercial. We've had a lot of movies and commercials. I'll tell you about some more as we go down the street. Does anybody have any questions?
Yeah, when they jumped down, how did they get up in the first place?
Well,
don't
they
drive
actually
up there.
take that four-wheel drive road. There's
Oh,
a
there is?
four-wheel drive trail that takes you up on top of here. Yeah, you can be up there pretty quick. About 15, 20 minutes you can drive up there in a car. Or beat, you know. Not a car, a Jeep, you know. Phew.
See us all trying.
Yeah. Well, you can do it long as you have a rental car. Because rental cars go anywhere. You don't have to worry about it, yeah. Oh, gosh. I better go to the back. Is everybody doing okay? Yeah. All right. Well, this time we're going to travel quite a little ways, so it might get a little chilly.
We should be passing each other.
warm up break now.
Look at you uniting the sand.
Yeah. You look right up here, you'll see Jughandle Arch coming off of the edge.
Oh, yeah.
I guess you guys can figure out why they call it Jughandle Arch. I don't need to explain that to you, but there's...
Well, that's the end of part 1. The next part will be from Jughandle Arch to the Thelma and Louise Point. Like, comment, and subscribe.